Hi, I'm Campbell, and this is my partner in adventure, Gemma. Oh, and that's Ellie, our motorhome. We bought her back in June 2021 and have been exploring the beauty of our home country of Scotland ever since. You join us as we set off on a road trip around a 516-mile stretch of unbelievable beauty known throughout the world as the North Coast 500. Over the next 2 months, we will be exploring this route in a way that you have never seen before, uncovering its best kept secrets and exploring it in a way that only slow travel allows. Come along on our adventure with us and get ready to see a side of the North Coast 500 route that will blow your mind. In this week's episode, we say goodbye to our home on wheels to spend a night beneath the stars on one of the North Coast 500's most beautiful beaches. Sunsets, barbecues, open air bathing, and even some stunning starscapes. This trip turned out to be one that we would never forget. So kick back, relax, and enjoy our alternative side to the North Coast 500. Good morning everyone. From a very surprisingly sunny day here in Scotland. We're parked up not too far from Dornoch, just up from the Falls of Shin, in a little lay-by, and we've been camped here for the past couple of nights, just really doing the behind the scenes work that you don't really see in the videos, catching up on some admin work, writing some blog posts and working on the next big project that we've got coming out. We decided to camp up here because it's a really quiet, peaceful location, which means that we are able to run the generator without actually disturbing anyone else. There's a busy road right there, so there's cars going past making noise anyway. And we've just got an absolutely cracking view to admire while we're working away on our laptops. Now the past few days have been nothing but grey skies, but today the sun's come out and it's blessed us with some beautifully blue skies, so we decided it's time that we head down into Dornoch and make the most of the sunshine. We're just getting packed up now. I need to stick the generator away, the cable's away, and Gemma's getting all dolled up in the shower. You're not gonna say hello?
Hi. I just washed my hair for the first time in like 5 days and it was so delightful.
Yeah, you could make butter off of that head.
Disgusting.
Alright, are you ready for your barbershop experience?
I am.
So how's your day been? What did Sandra say to you? Oh my god, you should have seen the state of them. Many, what they like.
Today's the first day that we're going to put our new toys to good use and the weather is perfect for it, so we're really excited. But first we need to go and empty our waste, our toilet waste in particular. It's pretty full, so we are heading to the Falls of Shin to do that first, and then later on we've got a surprise which is a highlight of the North Coast 500 tour. I promise you don't want to miss it. Okay, wheel clamp,
Yep.
it's off, gas,
Yep.
Yep. Change the fridge to battery,
Yep.
Yep. Close the windows,
Yep.
clear the counters,
Yep.
and there is no cameras on the roof.
No cameras on the roof. Honestly, this list we've come up with is an absolute game changer so that we don't forget anything, because a number of times we've driven with either the side steps still out, the gas still on, or one time with the GoPro on the roof doing a time lapse, which, you know, RIP, we never got back. So I can highly recommend sorting something like that out if you have a motorhome and you're as forgetful as us. What do we think, Ellie? Is Gemma a good driver? Is she doing alright? It's a good review.
Thank goodness she only nods up there.
Is that true? Are you lying to us? Oh, okay. And here it is, the Falls of Shin car park. Now this is actually quite a relatively new facility. It's only been opened up this year, and it basically consists of a hard standing kind of motorhome campervan area that's actually free to use all the time. Usually these kind of places are donation space. This one's actually free to use, and it's one of the kind of the most impressive places that we've actually been to. The technology here is really sophisticated, and it's just such a good idea because it's been opened in an effort, I guess, to reduce the amount of like dirty campers that are giving motorhomers and campervanners around Scotland and the UK such a bad reputation of emptying waste where it just shouldn't be done. Now here there's water facilities to top up your water and also black water facilities to empty out your toilet, which I'll show you in a wee second because I am really impressed by this one. So this is a campervan area here, basically just a big dirt gravel pitch. And at one end of it you've got 2 water taps and the toilet disposal, which is extremely fancy because it is completely unmanned and contactless. You pay £3 here and it's connected to a magnet over here. So once you've paid your £3, it basically just opens and you can use it, then you close it again and it seals. And I'm actually so glad that you guys could join us today because you're about to see one of the rarest sights that you'll ever see in Scotland. It's not the Aurora Borealis during the day, it's Gemma Spence about to empty the toilet.
Oh, here we go.
What were you saying? You can't get it out?
Oh, I got it.
Oh yeah, excuses. is a bit heavy.
It's just really heavy. I don't enjoy this juicing at all.
No?
But Campbell loves it.
Oh yeah,
He always says,
absolutely love it.
gonna-
Because it's better than listening to her moaning. Tap there.
Please present authorizing.
Approved. And then you just open that. Voila, she's all yours. This was your idea to get a motorhome. And go Kirsten you. Alright, you guys don't want to see this, but I'll play some nice, friendly, family-friendly music over this so you don't need to listen to it either. Living the dream.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag van life. Now I think our water pump is definitely on its way out because it's just getting slower and slower with every day that we try and top it up. I think we need to invest in a new one soon. But I'll just give you a quick tour of what else there is around here because there's one other thing that's quite cool. It is very, very expensive and I wouldn't recommend using it. But they've also got electric points that you can hook your vans up to. I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And then you can pay either like on an hourly rate or a 24-hourly rate. I believe it's £18 if you want 24 hours of electricity, which is extortionate. Not sustainable at all, so that's why we've not been using it. We've been using a generator. But in an emergency, or if you're just here to pitch up for the day, it's still cheaper than an actual campsite. So it's a good location and I can recommend coming to the Falls of Shin for that. Oh good, water's full.
Now let's just drive Ellie over there and park up and we're going to go and check out the Falls of Shin.
So the waterfalls are just a quick, maybe 2 or 3 minute walk actually from the car park down a hill, and they're not exactly the most spectacular waterfalls that you're ever going to see. But what makes them very, very unique is the visitors that you might see at certain times of the year, usually between June and October, jumping up the actual waterfall. This is where the salmon migrate up to the upper falls where they lay their eggs.
Yeah, it's actually a lot bigger than we remember it being, which is quite incredible to think that the salmon actually leap that high to get up the waterfall. Like, imagine being in a swimming pool, not putting your feet on the ground and like leaping out of the water at some height. Sounds impossible, but
How
yeah.
do they leap? I think you should demonstrate. Smash that like button if you like that demonstration.
I had my feet on the ground. They don't have feet.
They don't have feet, you're right. And to think this waterfall is actually in the middle of a drought as well. It's not rained properly in Scotland for weeks. I can only imagine how big it'll actually be after a heavy rainfall, and the salmon have got to travel up that in order for them to reproduce. Absolutely fascinating.
We've just finished lunch and we've just had a little bit of a spontaneous idea. So we had originally planned that we would just go out for a little cycle around the area, but Dornoch Beach is absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful little town, beautiful beach. So we have decided to take our tent and cycle from our park up spot to the beach, camp up overnight. It's supposed to be a nice day tomorrow, so hopefully we'll get a good sunrise. Maybe we'll even get some stars tonight, who knows. So I'm really buzzing now because this is just what van life's all about. Spontaneity, it's great. Back to when we were cycling in Europe a few years ago. We actually cycled to like Italy, and here we are again, loads of bags, even though we know exactly what we're putting ourselves up for, but loads of bags.
I know. How can we have this many bags for one night camping? Thankfully it's only a 20-minute cycle now because I have no idea how we're going to make this. Gemma has every single item of clothing on her back. This is where we found out that I cannot remember how to cycle. Oh, there you go, cycling proficiency. I don't know why, I just feel like we're Laurel and Hardy cycling along with these bikes. Your handlebars keep going squint.
These are brand new bikes too.
I know, some idiot put them together.
And
oh. And I got a wee treat for you as well.
oh,
Your face there. That's so funny. Here you go, babe.
that looks good.
So it's like a hot chocolate chaser, it's called, so you get 4 chocolates alongside it. Cost an extra £3, but I was thinking I couldn't go there and not get a couple of chocolates for you.
Well, we've been saving ourselves for this, haven't we?
Exactly. And they also gave us 5 because apparently one of them was a bit smaller than normal, so
Oh,
5 chocolates.
Oh,
There you
that's
go.
nice. And if there's one thing, that, well maybe 2 things actually to say about this place, is it's not cheap and it is not healthy. The hot chocolate is extremely chocolatey. But we've been saving ourselves for this. We knew it was coming. We know that there's another one coming on the west coast, and it's so worth it. We've been dreaming about it since we were last year. So
that was £11.75 for 2 hot chocolates and 5 chocolates. So it's extortionate.
Insane.
It's like £4.90 for the hot chocolates on their own. But are they worth it? Let's find out.
Yeah, and at the moment as well, seating is not available inside, you have to sit outside, so thank goodness. We were thinking, oh, we might save it for a rainy day. No, so glad we didn't. It's good.
That's amazing. Oh, that's just like straight melted chocolate.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I can't wait.
Have a sip of that.
Oh yeah.
Just so you remember it.
Mm-hmm.
That's so tasty.
Oh my god. So good. So good. We've like been, well, we kind of kept pushing this off, didn't we? We were like, oh, we'll just do a few more work days, and I kept thinking like, oh, am I ever going to get that hot chocolate? The day is finally here. So happy.
We'll fuel you up for your camping trip.
Mm-hmm.
Highlight of the trip, for sure. So this is the story, guys. Come as far from Dornoch as we can until we reach the beach. The beach is just over those sand dunes over there. Now we just basically need to push our bikes the rest of the way, which is a lot easier said than done when you've got an entire year's worth of clothing and items on them. But we're getting there. What's that saucy thing you've got in the handlebars?
We might have just picked up some chippy chips, because what is camping on the beach without some chippy chips for dinner?
Exactly. I agree. Let's go get stuck into them. Flat. Oh, wow. Oh, God. So we've ended up just walking along Dornoch Beach, maybe for about 400 or 500 metres, 400 metres.
Yeah.
Just away from the campsite that's down the other end, just to give them a bit of space so we're not camping in sight of it. That's usually our wild camping rules. And the view that we've got is absolutely spectacular. At low tide, I think it's quite low to low tide, the water is about at least half a kilometre away from the shoreline. I've read online that it comes right up, and so we're pitching the tent as far back from it as possible so that we don't wake up rather soggy in the middle of the night, because that wouldn't be good.
That would not be good.
But it's so warm, I'm so sweaty after that, and there's still some people milling around, so I reckon we're going to ditch this stuff, pitch the tent later, and I think just get into the sea and try and cool off a little bit. So yeah, our gentle walk down to the water has turned into a jog. I do not think coming swimming at low tide was the best idea, babe, not gonna lie. The reflections here are proper beautiful though. Look at that, we've got the clouds above and the sky's like properly reflecting on it. It's really, really cool. It's like walking on glass, guys. This is definitely one of the coolest experiences I've had in a long time. This really isn't happening tonight, but I think it's time for dinner because those chips are getting cold and I'm starving.
Yeah, hopefully next time.
Hopefully.
I'm so up for a swim today.
We're so up for it. Tell your friends that we did it, if anyone asks. It's between you and us. Don't tell anyone.
Next beach.
So now just comes the tricky part of trying to find where our tent is. Because that top of the beach is miles away and I've got no idea.
And we didn't put the tent up, so that makes it even harder to find.
Yeah.
We're just basically looking for
A couple of bikes and a few bags.
And a few bags, which makes it even harder. All a bit flat.
So let's go see if we can find it. So, good burger?
Yeah, really good, proper barbecued, because our pots are so burnt. They're like quite old and
the non-stick has just disappeared.
definitely in need of new ones, but yeah.
We've got good burger, good views.
Yep.
And yeah, what a night, man. And to think that we had literally no idea that this was going to be happening when we woke up this morning. It's just been a completely spontaneous trip, and that's what I love about this kind of lifestyle, living in the van, is that we can literally just pack up and just go, and it's really something that we're loving at the moment. So yeah, very grateful, very grateful.
So the sun has just set now, the midges are starting to come out, so we've got our candles going. But the views are just absolutely spectacular. So we're going to sit out here, enjoy them, enjoy our last little chocolate, and just take some time just to relax. First time I've done that for a while.
A few days at least. It's just so nice actually coming out to here just to get away from all kinds of technology, because bringing our laptops obviously wasn't an option, and we've literally been sitting on our laptops for the past like 3 days, so a nice little digital detox was definitely on the cards, and to be honest there's no better way to do it. Good morning, gang, from a very, very beautiful beach in Dornoch. We are so tired this morning. Like, we got up at midnight to check if there was no clouds, to see if there were stars, and there was no clouds. So the stars were absolutely insane last night, and also very exciting. I feel like we might have just seen our first ever aurora borealis. Gemma got a notification when she was sitting in the tent. It was about 1:30 by the time I got the camera set up and all the settings I wanted, and I started taking proper photos, and Gemma turned her phone off flight mode.
And has a notification that they were visible at midnight. So I was like, but we weren't sure, but it was only really this morning. Well, we noticed some red. Yeah,
I thought it was cloud coverage, but then it just disappeared in the next couple of photos, which would have been about a minute after I saw it. So it's got to be. It's got to be. I think it turned out red because I changed the white balance to make everything blue, which removes the yellow from it. So red plus yellow is green. So I'm thinking that's what it is. It's the only thing it really looks like it.
And the Milky Way was like bang over the tent.
It was perfect.
It was amazing.
It was perfect. But yeah, this morning's job now is just to get a coffee on the go, get packed up, and then just make our way back to the van. But we just cannot stop admiring the stunning view. Like, we've been treated to such a beautiful morning.
And the sunrise was like perfect. It just like pops over the horizon, like straight in front of our tent door. And we could just sit in our sleeping bags and watch it.
Literally couldn't have been a better setup. I'm so grateful. So definitely the number one realisation we've had from this trip is just how over-romanticised camping on the beach actually is. Yes, the views are beautiful and all that, but sand gets everywhere. Literally everywhere, and you just can't get rid of it. So I think we're going to need to pitch this tent again by the time we actually get back to the van and give it a proper beat off, just to get the amount of sand out of it and off of it. And it goes the same with all of our clothes as well. Like, literally sand is just everywhere, man. But yeah, it's turning into quite a nice day. The clouds have been coming and going. We're hoping that by the time it gets to high tide we can actually go for a little swim. So the plan is start our cycle home, maybe we can cut off and jump down to a beach that sits along the route. And of course, final little checks just before we go. Make sure that we've not left anything, because the number one rule while camping in Scotland, leave no trace. I think we're good to go.
Yay!
Rock and roll.
And I will never get over how good it is showering in the van. That shower is just amazing. But now we've had some day, so now we're going to get some lunch. What's cooking?
I'm absolutely starving, I'm not gonna lie. It's been such an adventurous day, but we've got something simple on. We had corn on the cobs in the fridge. I've just chucked some oil on it, a bit of Cajun spice, gonna bang that in the grill and get them nice and barbecued up. And that's the plan, on a bed of salad with some Nando's seasoning. Cannot wait. And yum, I am so excited for this. It's been such an adventurous day, hasn't it?
It has, and after we eat this we've got more plans. We're heading out to explore some of the castles on the east coast of Scotland, which we're really, really excited about.
I cannot wait. We had such a good time last time we explored them. I just can't wait to go into greater detail and show you guys the beauty of like the history around this part of Scotland. That is for next week's video though, however. We're going to sign us off here. So if you want to see that video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And if you like this one, give it a big thumbs up. We always appreciate it. It just lets us know that we're doing the right thing, and we know to keep making more of these videos.
Yeah, and also if there is anything that you know about on the North Coast 500 that you want us to go and see, or any recommendations you have, then please just drop them in the comments and we'll be sure to check them out.
For sure. But until next time guys, we'll see you again later.
See ya! So I bought a new one.
Hold that bad boy up.
Yeah, and it comes in a case. Oh look, it's got
fancy.
toilet paper in it.
Yeah, go and have fun.
I'm gonna go and try it.
Yeah.
Haven't used it yet.
In you go. Go have fun. Be a boy for the day.
Okay.
Oh my god, that is a lot of bikes.
I know it.
Bikes. Oh shit. What's going on? My chain's come off.
I think we're like literally gonna be almost at Norway.
I think.
Before we actually get into any debt.
Yeah, get some good nice Norwegian beers for dinner. Oh come on, it's just getting shallower.
I know.
There's a sandbank out there. How deep are we going? And just like that we're done. Oh no wait, the tent's not that way. It's that way. We literally just walked across the ocean.
I just set my watch to outdoor swim.
Yeah.
Swimming, I should have kept it on watch.
And your watch is very confused right now. Look how far out we are. Yeah, Dornoch Beach, if you're coming here for a swim, not at low tide, try and aim for high tide. That's a top recommendation.